This is Euphonium Selection 1, measures 1 to 21. 1, 2, ready, and go. Okay, so let me just kind of identify going through this. I'm going to kind of, mostly this is scale patterns, so it shouldn't make it super hard, but you do need to make sure you're getting your rhythms right and you're obviously getting your fingerings and dynamics. So beginning, the first measure going up, and honestly, all that stuff is in the key signatures. It's all the key of C. So you're going up and down the C scale and the C arpeggio. So make sure you're getting those C arpeggios as well. Measure 4, make sure you're switching to staccato there and you're keeping tempo and keeping it light. It should be nice and light and it should crescendo back up. Measure 5, still in the key of C. You actually have played that exactly before. At measure 7, we throw in the F sharp. The F sharp does carry all the way through the measure. So make sure you play that in the scale going up as well. In measure 8, that F sharp goes away. Back in the key of C for a while. Just climbing up the scale. Just make sure you're getting those big jumps all the way down from the high note. Measure 11, just to make sure you can read that. In the book, it was written as an F, but the errata, the thing they sent out, said it's supposed to be a D. So make sure you play a D there, not an F. That pattern coming down should be pretty easy. Dia, 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 da. You're basically just doing quarter notes down the scale, and you just move, and you slur into the next note just a tiny bit early. Pretty simple. The part that gave me the hardest time was measures 12 and 13, especially measure 12. Just the fingerings there have screwed with me for some reason. It's an arpeggio. Just make sure you're getting back up to the correct note and doing the correct articulation. It's a little bit challenging. So break down just measure 12 by itself a few times, and then just measure 13 by itself. Technically, measure 13 starting on the second note. Basically, your high G, your E natural, and your C sharp can all be played with second valve, which might make that a little bit easier for you. You basically can hold down your second valve from the high G until you play the G inside the staff on beat 4. So this can all be second valve. That should make that a little bit easier for you. Once you get to 14, B, D, D, da, da, D, D, da, 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 D, D. Make sure we're hearing all the accents happen here. At 18, just be careful that you do get your F sharps in there, but you also get your B naturals and C naturals at the top there. Same pattern continues in 19. At 20, you'll see a poco rallentando. Basically means it's just a little bit of a dramatic slowdown as we switch moods into 21. Once you get to 21, however, your tempo goes back tempo to the original tempo that you started. So a little bit of a dramatic slowdown, and then once you get there, and you should already have that section down. Hopefully that helps. That's about all I've got. Happy practicing.